Hey guys, welcome back to Captain of Industry. I've changed how concrete's being done. Well, at least how the slag is being done. It looks a lot cleaner now, I admit. We have a bit of a clipping problem with our favorite tree here, the tree I've been trying to save, just as a personal goal. I could have brought this out and then it would have like went around the tree and it would have looked kind of natural to do that. But instead, I've just simply marked the stupid thing to be cut down. So I'm just going to give up on it. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how that works. Got slag being automatically fed from that side still into these tanks. The tanks will fill up with slag and then they can all go off and do their thing in this direction, okay? We've also got some upgraded belts here, just so we don't have any of these things just waiting for things to get out of the way, right? And then we've also upgraded it all the way through here because if we're gonna boost this, like for example, if I was to say go ahead and boost this, we would have slag going very, very fast through here. And well, I'll show you how that can go. We want the slag to be able to get where it needs to go and to not be like basically sitting there waiting on a belt. So eventually, if I was to do this, we would have just an enormous amount of slag. Like we can't properly fill this canister fast enough. We're going to deplete it, right? But in this case, it allows it to push it through a lot faster to get up at least to this point. So small things, right? Little tiny upgrades here and there. It's been what I've been looking at. Now, I'm also looking at copper and it's gone. And the copper's gone because I redirected this tower to work on this stuff. And it's doing okay. It's getting close, all right? We're also dumping a ramp right here just so this copper belt, this tower here can do this a little bit easier. I'm going to go ahead really quick and mark a new zone for this. I'm going to mark it over here. And then what I'd like to do is just mark this all to be level 2. Because again, eventually this is going to need to be level 2. I want all my industry and stuff set up here at 2. I could even go down to +1, but I think it'll take too long, to be honest. So I'm okay with 2 for now. If I want to go down to 1, then I don't think it'll be too difficult to do so. Although if I do it after the fact, right, then it's like there are buildings there. So we'll see. We'll go down to 2 for now, and you know, it's fine. Now I've got some unfinished business to take care of here. Okay, there's some potential issues. All right, for starters, we finished this field. They dumped in dirt here. Everything is fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade this. I'm gonna put this here because it's gonna be doing corn. Basically nothing but corn. I'll have the fertilizer target up. But then I'm gonna upgrade this belt. All right. This belt feeding into this area, it needs to be upgraded. But if I do that, then the speed of this belt becomes the bottleneck. And so then things will get redirected anyway, and I don't want that either. So we're gonna upgrade this. And so that'll take care of that. But now if it's wheat coming through here, then it'll still be a bottleneck. So this has to be upgraded as well. And then finally, this little bit here has to be upgraded. So now I don't think belt speed is going to be too big of a burden as it comes through here. But I've got so many products being pushed through this belt right now that I just feel like it needs that upgrade. I need to get it through and clear it. So I'm also going to do this one here too. Okay. Now I need to provide water to these fields. And I'm noticing, if I take a look at this over here, this tank is not full. That's a problem. That tells me I'm low on water, right? I'm not doing as well on water as I thought I was. I come over here, this is not full. So we got a problem there too. So I need less water to be leaving this area. And it's prioritized to go here, right? So if this is struggling, then every time it rains, this will fill this first, right? That's the idea. And I think actually you need to be upgraded, don't you? Well, not necessarily. I mean, if it's coming in from this one, then yeah, it needs to be upgraded. This one doesn't need to be upgraded. So anyway, I'm noticing that the water is not full. So we need to look at that. And I'm going to help this by having the irrigation system on this side. I need to keep this full. And so to do that, I am going to start feeding water into the system, at least for these fields right here. They're going to be served water by this tank, all right? Because this tank is full now. So I've got this pipe right here that's kind of queued up. And what I'll do is just connect it to this right here like this. And yeah, do I lift it up right away? Yeah, let's just lift it up right away. Whatever. It's fine. And so now the water is going to come from this tank instead, okay? Goes all the way through there. Now, you're also going to notice that we're out of fertilizer, and that shouldn't theoretically happen, but here's a miscalculation I made, okay? Sulfur got built up, and this whole system stops. And the reason for that is because I missed something. This consumes 8 sulfur. Together, that's 16 sulfur consumption. I thought that was fine because we're only producing 14 sulfur. So everything is going to be peachy all the time. But I missed the part where if you use this for fertilizer instead, that formula is only consuming 1 sulfur, not 8. So I messed that up. So what we're going to have to do is sort of change a little bit of how we're doing this area, okay? We need to change how we're doing this. So here's how I'm going to play this. I need to get rid of this pipe and everything, or this tank and everything. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this pipe away, and I'm going to bring it, I think, kind of maybe back about here. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to move this entire operation for sulfur and everything. I'm going to shift it over and do it right here. And this is going to allow me to use more mixers. So we need 8 fertilizer to be made every 60 seconds. Total of 16 for this. How much are we making? Well, 8. Okay, so we need 6 mixers, right? So 6 mixers are going to be used to create this instead. So I'm going to take the mixer here. I think if I angle it about like this, I think this will probably do it. 1 here, 1 here, then back to back here and here. And I need to go, I could either go in a straight line or I can go 3 by 3. So I think what I'll do is I'll place them like this. We've got 6 mixers now queued up here. That's an awful lot of gold parts I got to blow through, but I'm doing okay on generating them right now because I haven't really been building a lot. So what we're going to do instead is I need to tear this entire thing down, basically. We're going to reposition it, but 6 should be just for fertilizer. And so as a method of dealing with overflow, we'll want to have a balancer put in so that we can still process some of it into slag, right? Because 6 is only going to produce, or it's only going to consume 6 sulfur. So we need to be prepared for that too. So basically, this is not in correctly, okay? Like I need to redo this too. It's a common theme with me. We do experiment sometimes, and I don't sit there and crunch tons of numbers before I record. It's just so unfun to do that. You would never see any videos if I did that because I would quit YouTube. I just flat out would not do it. So I like to experiment with things and you know, see how to do it, how not to do it. Let's go ahead and do this. And I'm just honestly going to tear all of it down. I think this entire setup here, because of that miscalculation, it just, all of it can be done a lot better. Now, do I want the limestone tank to be here now, or do I do it over here? And I feel like I could do it over here. The trucks could get there a little bit easier, right, if I did it over here. So I could also move that limestone tank as well. If I tear that down, move that over onto this side, they can now deliver limestone directly to this tank instead, as long as I don't block it, which is another thing to think about, is whether I'm going to block that or not. This also gives me room to expand into something else in this production. If I needed to use sulfur for anything else, I could maybe do it right here. Not the worst thing in the world, although now now this tank is in the way. I don't know. I don't need to move this tank. I think this tank is fine. Instead, just to make sure we don't block trucks, I think I'll just go ahead and add a little bridge instead. If I pop that bridge in, then that takes care of the problem later, so I'm all right with that. Okay, so the sulfur and the limestone is here, right? So what we're going to want to do is we need, I think the lower conveyor, because it's the closest, the lower conveyor is going to go this direction. But again, I need all the overflow. I need there to be some sort of overflow that will pop the products in where they need to go, right? Maybe the slag can still stay here. I can do my 2 mixers. Yeah, I could keep this. I think it's probably better for the fluid storage, the fertilizer storage to go. That should probably go. So I think we'll take fertilizer and put it right here. Yeah. And then this will just feed from here up to that point. That part is, I think, pretty much decided. Each of you are going to kick out how much for fertilizer? 10. All right, so we basically get away with, since there's 6 here, we don't need any bigger belt. We don't need any bigger pipe than this. So we just pop this here and then in. And then all these pipes can just come out. Come out and then in like so. Okay, so while they're building this, and there's a little bit of time left until they actually get this done, I have another problem, right? My other problem is this boat is not leaving. And so I have trucks that are bringing oil here from all the way over there. Obviously not something I want to have done. And, you know, I'm also pumping oil here, and they should be doing this. I'm not sure why they're not grabbing it from here instead, but sure. Anyway, I've got oil being pumped here by this single lowly pump jack. I'm going to boost it, but we've got to get oil into this, right? And this boat's not leaving. It's because it has to wait until there's enough cargo to pick up. We're not producing oil fast enough on the map to actually fully fill 2 cargo ships consistently. We have to upgrade our rigs is where I'm getting with this. That's going to require some significant resource investments. But I mean, like, we don't have a choice. Unless I want to go out and find another oil rig somewhere, I don't have a choice. So we're going to need to take this one first. This is 200 gold parts. We're going to double the capacity on this one. Perhaps that helps us. I don't know. This one just left, so at least it'll bring back some now. I think I also probably should upgrade this belt over here too. It does seem to flow okay, and I don't think there's a major problem with it. But once we fill up this storage for construction parts, and we add these new ones into the mix, I think this is just kind of, it's full. It's always full, right? And so I think there's a good chance that we see some stuff waiting here, right? So I feel like just a little upgrade here would probably help with that. It's only 7 red parts, and it might help us feed them a little bit faster on this side. Going on that note, I think this is going to get upgraded too. Just that input belt so that the construction parts can be evenly divided. And see, now it's just going to flow out of here a lot smoother. I think they won't have to wait quite as long, especially when they're boosted. They're just not getting the parts fast enough to actually, you know, do what they got to do. So, yeah. And then, you know, I've had some people comment about like not making parts and stuff fast enough. I'm just going to show you the math. Like, the math works. It just does, okay? Obviously, we're overproducing regular construction parts. But if everything is running as it should be, 12, 24, 36. That's what we're producing. Consumption, 12, 24. So we're only using 2/3 of our production to make the red parts, okay? Where the problem comes in is when I need red parts and I'm just like, boost these, I need the red parts, and then I forget about it. Because you see, now we're consuming 48 and we're only producing 36. So that's the part where, you know, I have to maybe not do that. Fuel station is out of fuel. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Do you not? You guess you just don't have a truck on it, so get a truck, I guess. Speaking of getting a truck, we probably should look at making additional vehicles. Let's pop out one of these bigger vehicles here. I did purchase some glass from the map. Ick. But I did it. All right. And then with all these mixtures done, we're going to set them on the fertilizer recipe. And that's pretty much all these guys are going to do. So you guys all are doing fertilizer. So now I need to route those materials here. This is out of the way, so that's good. I'm going to leave this slag tank. Although if I was maybe wanting it to be a little cleaner, I would move it somewhere. But I think I can just leave it there for now. We're going to need 2 balancers. And figuring out where these things are going to be positioned might be a little bit tricky. But I think what I'll do is I'll place 1 here and 1 here. That could be okay. Just like a little stagger. That could be fine. For the fertilizer delivery, we're going to bring this up immediately to level 1 at least. Maybe we should go as high as possible with the fertilizer, because we have 2 levels of belts here too. So we'll go up to level 3 with the fertilizer on this side. And we'll then go to about there. We don't need a level 2 belt though, do we? I'd rather save the gold parts if I can. You guys are taking in 24 fertilizer. Yeah, we need it. Okay. So on this, go up to height 3 to here. 24, 44, 50. So like from here, we can then go this direction, at least to this point, with a level 3. And then everything else from this point is a level 1. So head to this. And then we come across like this, drop it down. Ooh, I think that's okay. Can I go that way? Yeah, okay, good. So we'll have this be what we do here. I think you went to here, right? And then down. Yeah, like that. And then here. And then in. And then on this side, we can go with level 1 to here, to there, to there. And there we go. We delivered the fertilizer. Okay. Now, the reason why these exist is because we want both of them to have priority outputs and then go somewhere else when they can't go where they're going, right? Because, again, the fertilizer recipe takes a lot less resources. It's 3 limestone and 3 sulfur. Wait, how did that happen? You were 1. I saw you. We pointed it out. You were 1 sulfur before. What gives? What? We saw this. I showed you on the screen. It was 1 sulfur. Right? Am I going crazy here? Ah! I think I'm going nuts here, guys. I could have swore. Like, I would have. This is now saying 24. Oh, you know what it was? Oh, you know what it was? I had this toggle. Yeah, okay. That's what this is toggled. Oh, did I mix that up then? Wait, maybe I didn't math it out incorrectly. So you create 6. Oh, okay. I think, let's get everything on scale 60, okay? I need to know what the heck I'm doing here. I messed up numbers really bad here. So 12, 24, 36, 42. I can count. 48 sulfur per minute. Okay? 48 sulfur per minute is what we're producing. Now, our fertilizer recipe actually takes 3 per minute, I guess. So that's 18 sulfur being consumed by the mixers. Okay. You know what? That's fine. I can live with that. So here's what I'd like to do. Since we have this workflow like this, there is definitely room for expansion on this side if we want to do more. I simply can't have to wrap this really tightly if I'm doing that. So that might be a problem, but we'll see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, obviously we need both of the U-shaped balancers built. I think this is positioning is fine. Yeah, the only thing I guess I would change is maybe move this one closer. No, it needs to be a little bit staggered more. It needs to be out here like this. This is probably where I would put it. Right? Yeah, this is better. Okay. So next, we need to get this stuff belted in. So the limestone gets belted in near side. we'll put you there, okay? Sulfur, you're going to get belted in far side, really close there. Okay. Now, for the resources being delivered, I think we'll put limestone on the bottom since it's forward. We have room to lift up the other stuff to put it up to level 1. So we'll lift this up to level 1 and then bring you all the way over at least this far. Nope, all the way over this far. Yep, that's where you're going. And then you're down like this. Can you fit there? Okay, we need to go back just a little bit. That's fine. I needed to test that out, so I can. It's hard to tell sometimes where it will allow you to come down from it. Oh, I guess one way to solve that would be to just, I don't know, make it and then, yeah, test it out after you make it. So maybe we just do something like this, and then down from here and down. There we go. Down. You need to be lifted up. If you won't let me do that quickly, looks like you'll let me do it here, but that's too close. So we'll come off of the side here, this one, and we'll go up to there like that. There we go. That'll be where we go up with this belt. Okay, cool. And then we need to also go this direction, I guess. So I probably shouldn't have deleted that, because we need to go across this too. And we end up with you basically being here. Well, if I'm going to go around this later, I guess I could technically squiggle my way around that bridge. Yeah, potentially. But if I was going to do that, I'm going to bring you in on the middle one instead. There we go. And there we go. Okay, so that connects the sulfur to everything. Now I just need to connect the limestone. That can be on the ground, or on ground level, right? So we'll just go underneath here and like that and like that. And then from this side, we'll come out straight over and we'll put this right there and like there. Okay. I think that's going to take care of it. Now, in the event that these... Why are you saying I can't connect? What's going on here? Oh, I think it's because I'm blocking that out. But I'm no longer doing that, though. No, this isn't blocked. You're fine. Yeah. I'm not doing that anymore. Anyway. Oh, maybe it's this. No, it can't be. No. We're going to go straight out of this. This is fine. This should be okay. Right? It's okay, right? I mean, it's... Am I missing something here? Why are you... You shouldn't be marking this that way. Yeah, I'm not missing anything. This should be just fine the way it is. This one I think is a problem. I'm going to move this really quick because I think I see a potential issue there. I think with this one, I'm going to go up and then go and connect you here instead. That's going to be better. And then we'll toggle the direction on that. And then you're not really going to see how it looks. I mean, maybe some of you can, but you're going to probably be a little bit confused as to how this looks until it's actually built. Because the blueprint interface, like the way everything looks when it's all blue like this, it's sometimes a little hard to tell what's going on. It's all up in my noggin, though, I assure you. It may not be the best noggin, but it's a noggin nevertheless. Okay, so now I can go across here. Well, I mean, apparently I can't. Yeah, like this. You still won't let me do it, huh? You really are a jerk face. Okay, you'll let me go across here. That's fine. Okay, so with this coming this direction, right? We're going to say that for you, the priorities are there and there. So multiple priority outs going that direction. And then for you, the priority out is just there. And that's it. So we'll get these built. It's going to take just a little bit of time, but it'll be worth it. A lot faster fertilizer production. And most importantly, it's fertilizer production that's sufficient for our needs. or at least more sufficient for our needs. I really don't know if it's enough for our needs, but it could be, you know, it could be. Because I don't know how fast the fields actually use the fertilizer. I know that it's like 1 unit equals 1% or whatever, like, but the rate of the drain and how fast crops deteriorate, how fast does the fertilizer, you know, how fast does the fertility drop? What about the water? Does that affect it, right? I mean, each crop is at a slightly different percentage. So I'm just going to play around with it. It's fine. I could crunch the numbers. It's absolutely crunchable. It is. And maybe some of you out there will totally do that. If that's your thing, you know, you Factorio nuts, you go for it. But that's not me. It's just not. It takes the fun out of the game to just sit there and crunch math numbers all day. So every once in a while I'll do it, but no, not going to do it anymore. All right, I've been spending so much time on this, and I got it done, but I've been neglecting the rest of my island. It happens. So we have a huge worker deficit, so like this can't work anyway. And you know, we're out of maintenance now, and there's excavators that had nothing to do, and just it's everywhere. So I think what I want to do here, this is I think eventually all going to be +1, and I need to fix a couple of things. Okay, so we're going to take a second to fix some things. First off, we're not going to be digging on this side because I have another change to make, and it's going to be here. The wall is done, so we can now dig into this instead. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Get rid of all of this, and we're going to make it a 0 instead into here. I think it needs to be deeper because all of this will be +1, and if it's all +1, then my pipes that are at +1 are no longer underground, right? That's how that works. I think that's how that math works. Yeah, so we'll then get the ramp to go up, not down. And we'll see. They have a little bit more digging to do here, but they'll be in there now. Okay, good. Now for this side, I was going to make it another ramp. And I think I've decided against that. Because I don't really need another ramp up here. We're probably going to take this to 0 as well. But, you know, for now it's, what's 2? Is that what it is? It's 2? Yeah, maybe I'll take it to 1 for now. But I can't do it here. That has to be over here. So we'll take this to 1 for now. Eventually, these walls go away, right? These walls are not going to stay here forever, right? They go away. So we'll take this to 1. Probably what happens is the sustenance will just form a drive path here anyway. So we'll just allow that to happen. And then I want all of you to get out of here because you've gone and trapped yourself. Probably because you came in. Well, you can't come in from this side yet. This is almost done, which is really cool. Anyway, yeah, so let's get rid of these guys. Teleport them away. And I think what I'm going to do here is that this guy is going to... This tower is going to focus on this to get this taken care of. We'll stick 1 in here and 2 trucks. That's fine. Then I want to come over here. I'm struggling with this, guys. I had a plan of how I wanted this to work. And I fear like this entire salt thing is now wasted. I feel like it's just not going to work anymore. Because it's taking too long. And I need to make glass. Okay, glass is the thing that I'm here to make. Okay? Now, this is going to be used for making glass, but now it isn't. Because we're going to have to change. I'm going to have to do it quickly because I have a population problem. I really don't want to spend parts on glass to get more people out there. And we just delivered the parts for the oil rig, which means I need even more people to be over here so that I can have even more oil, right? So, like, I have a person problem, people problem right now. Now, some of you are going to say, unstaff them from the farms. And for these two, absolutely, because I don't need these yet. For the rest of them, though, no, I want to keep them going. So, yeah, I want them to keep going. I want them to make more animal feed. You can see it's on its way through, right? And it's looking like we can process it now. Yeah, we just need to process it more. We have full compost? That's not possible. Oh, you're not making it fast enough. You don't have water? You don't have water. Oh, yeah, and our water issue. We still have a water issue. So, yeah, there's stuff to do, okay? There's a lot of stuff I have to do, and I have to stop neglecting the other side of my island. Glass is just something I have to do. So we're going to make glass over here now. And, you know, I was thinking about it. The more I think about it as I was, digging this and marking this stuff down and everything, the more I think I should just give in to the fact that glass should be made here. It's closer to town, and it's also closer to coal. That's just the way it goes. And I also upgraded this. Yeah, I upgraded this loose module here, although I didn't actually add the additional modules. So I should probably do that too. So let's talk about glass finally. It needs to happen now so we can get a higher population. And these are going to have to go the opposite direction, aren't they? They sure are. Deliver this, deliver this. And we'll just deliver these two too. Let's just get... Yeah. Let's get the coal in here while we can. Coal and coal. Make sure the belts are going the right direction. Yes, they are. All right, good. So we obviously don't have staff to work this either. So let's take a look. For glass, we're going to work backwards. Okay. I probably should pause it because everything has gone to shit. Yeah. And to get maintenance under control, I'm going to toggle these. And if I toggle this, then we'll send more iron into the system because it's almost always an iron problem. So we'll just send iron that way with these belts. Excuse me. And then we'll get them in there, and that should fix the maintenance issue for now. So glass, I think we're going to tap into this coal supply right here. This little belt that's coming out. We're going to tap into this sulfur supply. We're not producing nearly enough sulfur. We're going to tap into the brine that's coming through here to create salt. And we're going to expand acid here. So this is all improv. I have not planned this. This is just kind of like, I know what I need for glass, and it's just, I put a little bit of time into planning what I wanted for that. And so I already know the ingredients. And I just have to amend the plan, amend the design. So what we want for this, I think, is, well, we should work backwards, right? Yeah. So let's go like this. Glass makers. So the glass makers, so that you can see it, will take 24 molten glass, and they're going to basically make 24 glass out of that, along with 6 slag. Now, we need more slag anyway, because we're, sucking it down really fast now with concrete production being expanded. So it makes sense to put glass, I think, right here. And I'll leave a space just so I can have extra belts, but I think we're going to place glass here, and it'll probably be spaced out about like this. Okay. Maybe one more space. I think maybe one more space. About like that. I want 8 of them. The last playthrough when we were on the beta, the 4 that we were making, it was just not enough. So I want 8 of them. Yeah, they need to be closer together here to fit here. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I think if I fit them in here, I can go like this. This is a lot easier if you just, yeah, let's just do it this way. Put this on this side. Nope, I want to copy it. Not this tool, this tool. Put it on this side. And then no, not cut. Jesus Christ. It's a long day, man. I'm using that as my excuse again. Did you know that every day with me is a long day? How you do? Okay, glass will go here. 8 of these machines fitting neatly between these two bridges. I think that's good. We'll feed the glass supply under here to a storage that's right here. And this could be where we store glass, or we can route it around and feed it somewhere else, because I have no idea where I'm going to actually use it now. Household goods could maybe be on this side of town then, and we'll just feed it into household goods production right here. I mean, that could happen. I have no idea where. Under this bridge, and then up above the pipes maybe. I can't use trying to locate where all my stuff's going to go now. I can't use the sand supply from here. It's too strained already. In fact, I'm not even entirely confident that trucks can put rock in here. Can they even put rock in here? I have no idea. We should test that. Do you have that marked as a tank? Yeah, assigned routes. So you should assign yourself to here, of course. But I think also I want to assign you to there for the rock. Okay. So when you get rock, bring it over there, okay? And I think universally, for now, universally, rock is not allowed to be dumped. Neither is slag. So the rest of this is going to be made of trash. There you go. That's just the way it'll be. Dirt is going to have to go into that tank. So I just want to make sure that the trucks can get there. This has rock and it goes, yep, okay, they can reach into there. So I definitely don't want to obstruct this. This has to stay open. So we're not going to pull sand off of this, and we're probably not going to pull slag or anything off of this either. So I'm thinking we could use this as, there's nowhere to get the sand. Okay, I think sand, new plan, it's coming off of this supply. We could bring it over from this. Yeah, we could do that. I think I would want it to be expanded though. I would want more, right? We would want an extra sand buffer here. So I think loose storage will go here with sand. Yeah. Tell you what, let's put the sand right next to my acid, isn't it? Yeesh, that's cutting it close. Let me think about this for a second. All right, I think I figured out what we're gonna do, and I kind of got a mental picture and a laid out plan here. So we'll see about implementing it. But here's the problem. I've been focusing a lot on various different things, and well, the colony's kind of getting out of control. We're completely out of potatoes. So I think as much as I want to get in on that, I got to address certain problems, right? We're completely out of potatoes. We're completely out of vegetables. And if we come over here, bread's full. That's good. Corn's full. That's good. That's how people are eating right now. Just bread and corn. And check this out. We have kind of a backup. The belt is backed up for animal feed as well. And so we should probably go ahead and get some of these things built, right? Just to kind of get them going. If nothing else, just to help the backup right now, it's possible that this will, just that little change there could resolve it. But here's another issue, right? We're out of maintenance. Maintenance is completely gone. All right, so we got to take a look at something. Now, I've got various different buildings paused, you'll see. And I kind of want to use this as a semi-tutorial-ish moment for people. When you get to the point where you're focusing on a workflow and everything's falling apart around you and you don't quite notice it because you're so like tunnel visioned into it, you got to take a step back, okay? When your economy gets out of control, unsustainable, sometimes you need to kill it to save it, okay? What I mean by that is maintenance, okay? It's like the number one thing. You have to have it, all right? Now I've got this redone. I don't know if I showed this on video yet. I got this redone to where we're sending recyclables up there, right? And here's the thing about this too. That's getting backed up as well. And somebody had a really easy idea. I like it. We're going to try to implement it. And it works for a very, very straightforward fundamental reason. And I'll show you in a second. First, I'm going to put a low level 1 loose storage. And I'm going to put that right here, I think. We're going to put another one right over like here, I think. Those will be the two places we're going to put them. Now, right now, we have it to where iron scrap is delivered here. And I have a truck dedicated to just emptying it out and bringing it over to these things. But what we could do is have the recyclables redirected into these tanks and then belt feed them in. Now, you might think, oh, well, that's straightforward, of course. But there's only 2 ports, right? You've got coal and you've got iron ore. How are you going to feed the extra one in? And because the formulas completely match, right? So it's 24 of these, and then 9 coal. So if coal is the problem, and that's exactly what the problem is, I'll get to that in a second. If coal is the problem, then it doesn't, you're going to have to do something different to solve it. But you can put iron scrap and iron ore right within the same, the belt. You can mix this because this is just going to pull both of them in until one of them triggers. And then it does, and then it goes, right? So we can do that. You can't do that all the time. You can't share belts all the time. And it really depends on the formula that you're that the machine needs. And so I'm just going to try to, I think, lift this up to level 2. And we're going to go like this only because I don't want to interfere with trucks, right? And we're just going to go across here. And I think right about here, and then we go into that belt right there. Okay. So this will be where recyclables go. Now on this side, we're going to take it off a little bit of ways and bring it down. I'd like to bring it down to this side if I could, please. There you go. Over here, we'll do it like this. Bring it like that. Good. And then over here, same thing. Bring it down like so. And then on this side, we'll do the same thing. Bring it down like this. I don't want to go on that side of it though. I want to stay on this side. Sometimes you have to do it a little different. Wow, it's really stubborn, isn't it? Oh, it's because of the... Yeah, I think it's because of F. Yeah, okay. So this will... That's not what I want, but it's going to leave the junction point, which is weird. So we'll just do that like that. And then on this side, same thing to there. Delete it, because it's not actually connected. It's acting weird. But if we go like that, then we're good. There we go. Okay. So that's a belt that's going to feed all these recyclables. We have the same thing happening over here. This is a little easier transition. We're going to bring this around. And, you know, this belt already moves this way, so I don't know why I stopped that. I assure you it was accidental. And I'm going to then pause. I'm going to keep pausing it because it's, you know, our colony's falling apart, so I'd like to address it as fast as I can. We want this to go directly over top of the coal belt. There we go. And I think from there I can... Come on now. Be nice to me. There it is. All right, so this will direct recyclables. Damn, yeah, there it goes. This will redirect recyclables to this. And also, we're going to get recyclables into this. Now, to get it here, it's a little bit more challenging. Because there's a lot of stuff going on in here, and there's various different levels of things. But I think I can get it to level 3 and then drop it down. So I'm going to just... I can't do it here, but I can, I think, do it here. So we're going to drop it, bring it up to level 3. Like... Oh, that was what I wanted right there. Yep. And then across the top here. Just to the edge of coal. Like that. And then straight down. Perfect. And that will direct recyclables into this. So I think we can at least get iron being fed a little bit easier by having the recyclables move in this direction, right? So we'll go ahead and do that. Now, I said coal was the problem. Let's take a look at this. So coal right now, it comes in and, you know, it's fine. It goes into here, but like it's not getting fed where it needs to be fed. Like all the way over here, you take a look at this, these tanks are empty. Now the reason why I separated these was because I don't want the industrial part of coal messing with the power part of coal. That's why these are separated, and you can see that that's paying off here because power is going to be on for some time, but it's not in our industrial area. We're not able to hold it fast enough. One thing I could think about doing is upgrading this conveyor. It would take me 44 red parts to do. It would allow everything to be fed in here 3 times as fast, but we're not bringing the coal in 3 times as fast, so that doesn't really matter. It's just about whether or not it's consistently fed. At the moment, it does appear to be consistently fed, but it's not fast enough. So what I'd like to do, it's the supply side that's not fast enough. The belt is sufficient. It's this not being sufficient, right? If I start getting to the point where this is full all the time, then sure, yeah, let's upgrade this. But if I can't fill this, there's no point in upgrading this. So I'm going to look at wood as my answer for this, because I think we're bringing wood in at sufficient speed, because it's still backed up on the belt here, right? We're all full here. This truck is wondering where it can drop things off, right? There's stuff like that happening. So let me put this as an import on. Now the truck will at least know where you can bring it. But what I'm going to do temporarily is I'm going to... First off, I don't think we need these. I'm processing it fast enough as is. I'm going to take this priority off and put it this way instead. So now we're going to prioritize burning the wood to transition it into coal because we need a lot more coal. Okay. Now we got 2 glass makers done. That was faster than I thought. So I'm going to start getting this ready to go, and I want to start doing this. But what I was saying about, is supply and demand, how to fix the problem. Okay. Maintenance is the issue. We don't have enough mechanical parts. Mechanical parts are struggling because wood is struggling. Now I've got Unity. All right. I've got some, and that's my one advantage right now. Using Unity is really powerful. You can double the production of buildings that are important to your essential functions. But the other thing that Unity does is it makes buildings ignore power requirements. So if there's a building you really need to operate, but you don't have the power to do so, you can boost it and it will operate despite having no power. So that's a very important thing to do. I've shut down one of my water treatment plants, so only one of them is operating. This is saving me power, this is saving me workers, and it's also saving me maintenance. Buildings that are paused will not take maintenance. So any building that I just don't need, need, I can shut down. And I have plenty of copper, you can see. So these things are just going to sit here taking maintenance. I don't need them to do that. Although these don't take maintenance anyway, because these are just regular old blast furnaces. It's these that take maintenance. So we can pause, I think maybe these 3. And I think maybe anything else that really takes maintenance regularly, right? The concrete producers take maintenance. I think we'll go ahead and pause the slow ones. And then I think I'll go ahead also pause this one because it takes coal. And we'll let the ones with gas go. Maybe even pause that one too. Since I paused these, I can pause some of these too. And so by pausing these buildings, I'm also reducing their maintenance intake, how much maintenance they're actually taking in. The other thing I've done, or will do, is I'm going to get rid of the recycling one and implement both maintenance reducers. That'll reduce how much maintenance I have to take too. I'm going to try paying for it by giving them more food. I'm also going to keep Water Saver active because I think we need it. I think. I don't know. I mean, we are full. Maybe we can get by without it. Only one way to find out. Okay, so we're trying to do that. Now, the next thing is iron. Look at this. The reason why we don't have mechanical parts is because we have low iron. And we have low iron because these guys started mining everything out and then just sat on their butts because I didn't remark a new area. So now they're over here doing this. But I'm going to need to drill down, right? And I'm going to look at this and we're going to see maybe where a wall can go. And I think probably the wall should be... Well, we can't do it like this. We have to do it with markers. You have to see the mining markers. So I think probably what we'll do is marking out where the squares are so I know where to place the wall. And I'm kind of thinking we can get away with... this is 5 units deep, so having a wall right here won't matter. All we're going to end up doing is mining rock anyway. If we want to get this iron, we have to put the wall here. That allows me to go 2 back in, like that, you know? So I feel like that's kind of where that needs to be. The wall needs to be like right up against this, which is unfortunate. But I don't think we're going to be able to get this iron specifically. That's a real drag. So a lot of the stuff I'm going to have to, forego. Same thing over here. We're not getting any of this iron, but we're going to get this. So we'll put if I put the wall here, I don't know if that's going to stop their driving. One way to find out, I suppose. Do we ever see anyone? If I put the wall right here, are we going to see cars, trucks, minivans, automobiles, planes, trains? Are we going to see them drive under here, or do they get instantly lost? If I see a truck pass through here, then I know this wall will work. If I don't see it, then obviously it won't work. They do seem to be driving around it. Just a bit of a drag. If I go something like this, will you opt to... If I do that, will you go through here or no? It looks like that's just not enough space. Oh, I don't want you to build it. Oh, shoot. Oh, I definitely don't want you to build it. That takes iron. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I just want to know if you'll choose to drive in here or not. Oh, I really don't want you to build that wall. That's another reason why we ran out of iron, is because I built all those wall segments, right? And those are temporary. We're going to get that iron back. But it was mostly just... Yeah. See, so they... Wait, what? You can't get where? What? Why is imports on that one? Doesn't make any sense. You should be on this one only. Yeah, now there's nowhere to put the concrete, right? I don't have any extra concrete storage. That's okay with me, but trucks are going to get very confused very fast. That's just what they do. But I'm okay with it. They're just going to sit here and do nothing until they can deliver concrete in there. So whatever. All right, so we should start catching up on maintenance now. We should, because we're increasing our iron, right? The amount of iron we're producing, and we're sending all this iron this direction instead of going towards construction parts. We don't need any more construction parts, at least not right now. So I can start dipping into this storage here until it's too late. I also don't need this many trucks on slag. Wow. Okay. So I feel like we're dipping into Unity. This is working out decently. I can maybe accelerate these, but it's still coal, right? Coal is still the problem. So accelerating these makes sense because coal comes in here more consistently. It doesn't get over here very consistently. But you can see coal is coming in now, and it's probably because of wood, I would guess. Yeah, pretty much all the coal we just got. I don't know. It's coming off the boat too, but we definitely need to do better with coal. So I am once again in a position where I need to, really thoroughly assess whether I'm stable enough to continue, right? You don't want to progress too quickly in this game. You don't want to try to go 100%, 180% speed when you're not stable. And that's why I focus so much on food, because I want to make sure that everybody is always eating, and I don't want to have death spirals, right? So I can see it recovering. This is a good sign. So we'll go from there. The other thing we might have run into, and I think I fixed it, but the other thing we were about to run into is everybody getting stuck. This area here needs to be mined out, because otherwise trucks are just going to get super confused. They're not going to be able to pass through here if this is all wonky, right? So I got to have a nice smooth area in here that they can pass through. And there's a ramp here now, which is cool, but that ramp is not here either. So I think I need... I think I need this area to be a 3. See, like if I go like this, right? Notice they can't go through here, right? They're not going to be able to drive through here right now because there's no passage. They can go that way though, and that is currently the only way they can go, is that direction, like that. So I need to fix this. See how they're passing through there? I need to fix this before they start mining this, or I'm screwed. So I'm gonna look at, I think since this is already a 1, right? Well, it's not a 1 yet. It could be a 2. I mean, we could make the whole thing a 2. If I did that, I'd have to make this a 2. You see, like, I like that ramp, though. I'm trying to avoid having that. Maybe we do it like... we switch to this tool instead, and we just kind of make sure that that ramps down. But then they still can't... You see what I'm saying? Like, they can't go up this ramp. I need them to go up here. So I need to make sure that this ramps correctly. And it doesn't right now. There's only one real way to do that. Because you can't do 2 different directions ramps. I wish you could. I wish I could say you go up this and this way, like a certain like triangle, so to speak, like a corner ramp. But it doesn't let you do that in this game. So the only solution I have here is to ramp up to 3 from back here. And I think that's just what I'm going to have to do. So we're going to use some of the rock and stuff that they're dumping, and we're going to ramp up to 3 from over here. So we'll say this. We'll say that this is 3 up to here. No, leave it at 3. Yep. Just like that. I need this to be like this so that they can get up here. And then that makes That makes this a little strange, but I think maybe they'll do it. Because this is a 3 already, right? Yeah. So this ramp here is going to be weird, but as long as they can drive it. We'll say 2. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should make this a 3 instead. If I just dump this all to 3 right now, that's probably for the best, right? But then they have this ramp that's... Yeah, I don't know. Darn it. This little area here is really strange. I think my initial idea was the best call. So we're gonna ramp down from here, but it won't let me do it because different directions, right? These ramps are going different directions. There it goes. It's a corner. You gotta mess with the corner. So I think this will allow passage, and that's all I really need at this point. And then we just make sure that this is a ramp, which it is. So, okay. So I want that to happen. So what I can do is I'm gonna tell this to just manage that, okay? To make sure that that gets fixed before we do anything else. Okay, glass makers. I want to end this video with glass. Dang it, and it's already too long, but I want to end it with glass. I just needed to make sure maintenance was good, and it does seem like it's good. So the mixer says it has no recipe. That's unacceptable. Here you go. Now you have a recipe. We're gonna make compost. You know, and I told you before, like this is, you know, we're gonna be making way more animal feed than we can handle if we were to build all of these, right? Like there's, like we absolutely need like 10 of these things in order to process all of it. If the plan works, I mean, we should have tons of organic fertilizer. But does it work? I don't know. So far, I don't know. Same thing here. Copy this recipe. So now these will work, hopefully. We'll have 3 of these on compost. Maybe this doesn't fill up. Maybe this doesn't back up, because if this system gets backed up, then we start holding this up until we get fertilizer processing. And that's no good either. And it's not a matter of how much fertilizer we have. It's a matter of how much compost we have. Yeah. So we gotta crunch this out. This has to be flowing through here very quickly. Somehow we don't have water. Well, I did take away the water, didn't I? Yeah, water preservation. I did. I took that away. So I need to have at least one of those on. Water saver on. Okay, I think we've settled the problem. I think we solved the problems now. So let's take a look back at glass. So this is how I want to play this. Here we have acid. Okay. I have to remember what I planned on now. Here we have acid. I'm going to have 2 more sets for acid be made right here. Right there. Okay. Now, I've also got... You got 4 ingredients for glass, okay? And let me just take one of the mixers and I'll show you. You got 4 ingredients for glass, right? We need sand, limestone, salt, and acid. This is what we have to bring here. We have most of this stuff locally sourced, believe it or not. It's not that hard to source it here. So I'm going to put... well, I'm going to have to flip you over. We're going to go like this, and then we're going to have 2 more of you like this. We're going to go with 4 of these, okay? I'm not entirely sure where they're going to sit. For now, I'm going to put them there. But we're going to have 4 of these, okay? And actually, for now, I'm going to put them there. Yeah, but then I'm going to pause them because I don't know. Let's go planning mode. Yeah, let's go planning mode here and here. Thanks. Okay. So what we need to do, we need to figure out where we're sourcing all these ingredients, right? So sand, where's it coming from? Well, we have it routed all the way to this point here already, right? So that seems like a good place to start. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this back. We're going to pull this back, and we're going to pull this back. I think you can see what we're doing. I think you can tell what my plan is here, but maybe not. You'll know in a second. I'm going to go off planning mode because I actually want this stuff built really quickly. We're going to do a U-shaped balancer. It's going to be located... yeah, right here is fine. Right here works. Yeah, there. Located right here. Okay. This U-shape is going to come off of this side and go like that. You're going to come off of this side and go like that. That seems pretty... It's not perfectly balanced, is it? Not perfectly even. People might get the wrong idea. Think I care about symmetry or something. It's okay. We're going to do this. Okay, so obviously those two are the priorities. So we're going to say priority, priority, okay? Now, the rest of it is going to go in a storage container, right? Loose storage, okay? So we're going to place loose storage for sand. I think just right here is fine. Ooh, how about over here? Yeah, we can actually place it right here. I like this spot better. Right there. It only fits there, too. It's like the one spot I can go. We're going to go right there with it. Then we're going to say you are going to come over here and stick right into there. Yep. That's what we're going to play. So this is our new sand tank. Okay. And honestly, it probably will get bigger than this. But for now, this is what we have. Okay. Turn truck imports off. All right. So the next thing we want to do, and obviously it's only going to flow to this if it's extra, right? Which currently right now it is. And we already have the buffer tank here too. So that's great too. All right, so, and we want this to be on. Imports is on for this as well, because this is coming from the map and everything. Okay, next thing we want to do, we just finished household goods research. I'm going to pause everything related to research right now, because I don't want you using resources at all. All resources, research is paused. I can speak. Okay, so that's our sand tank, and sand is going to go through this way. Now we're going to end up stacking these belts, so I think this is going to look really clean when it's done. It's in my head right now, but it's about to be on the screen, and I think it's going to look really clean when it's done. My gosh, it's such a long video, isn't it? Should we, you know what? I think we should pick this up next time. I know you're going to hate me for it, and tell you what I'll do. I'll compromise. There's going to be 2 videos today. Okay, so I'll release another one, let's say like 3 hours after this one, so you don't have to wait a day to find the solution. But I think this is just getting to the point where it's too long for this video, you know what I mean? So that's what we'll do. I'm gonna leave it exactly like this. We'll pick up the next video in a couple of hours right here. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you'll join me for the next one. We're definitely gonna have glass going in that video. Okay, see ya. Bye.